This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
Welcome back. The best weapon against cancer is prevention, and the first step is with your diet and the types of food you eat. We have Dr. Trish Sexton, Associate Dean for Curriculum for the Kirksville College of Osteopathic Medicine, here this morning to tell us more about cancer-fighting foods. How are you doing today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing great. So we have here some foods that are specifically geared towards fighting certain types of cancer. So it's not like if you always eat tomatoes, you're not going to get cancer or anything like that. But they kind of just help with certain types, and they're color coordinated, I guess you can say. So we'll go ahead and start off with red foods. What do red foods help with?
Right. Well, red foods contain, and especially tomatoes, contain a chemical called lycopene. And there are some evidence, at least in laboratory studies, that lycopene can reduce certain cancers like pancreatic cancer, also cancers of the mouth and esophagus, and some evidence about breast cancer as well. Now that doesn't mean that it will cure any kind of cancer. We're just talking about eating a really healthy diet, fresh fruits and vegetables to avoid, to stay as healthy as possible.
All right. What about some orange foods?
Orange, citrus fruits. Orange contains powerful antioxidants, and we're really talking about, these are kind of called yellow foods, really, but powerful antioxidants to really break down the chemicals that may be assaulting your cells and cause certain kinds of cancer. So again, kind of working a different way than the lycopene, but again, a good healthy choice.
So the yellow foods and the orange foods for like carrots and stuff as
well.
Well,
carrots and other kind of orange foods, like sweet potatoes, contain beta carotene, and they reduce to a vitamin called vitamin A, protective in certain cancers, again, a lot of times in the mouth and esophagus and stomach. Carrots, interestingly, is one of the foods that is good to cook and eat. A lot of times we say eat the foods fresh, you know, fresh is better.
Right.
But when you cook carrots, it kind of secures that chemical. Nice. And so cooked carrots are good for you as well.
Which is nice. That's a nice little thing to keep in mind. And then we have green foods as well. So what do green foods help with?
Right. And green foods are just full of not only phytochemicals, things like broccoli and things like that are also high in fiber. So now we're talking about stomach, colon, those kinds of things. Keeping a good amount of fiber in your diet can help with elimination of waste and some of the byproducts that can also affect certain cancers. So not only broccoli, but also things like cauliflower and kale and any kind of cruciferous vegetables.
All right. And then neutral foods, what does that mean?
Yeah, you know, your mom tells you to eat a colorful diet, right? And then that's a great idea. But, you know, the beiges aren't all bad. So garlic, especially in the onion family, kind of those white foods, if you will, they can also protect against certain esophageal and stomach cancers in certain high doses. And again, these are laboratory studies.
Right. And then, of course, we always hear, you know, foods to stay away from or, you know, limit your intake because it could actually, you know, increase your risk of certain types of cancers and other diseases. I know we have studies all the time. So let's talk about those. Some include soda, alcohol, processed meats, and sodium. What does that all do to our body, and why should we limit our intake on that?
You know, they contain a lot of chemicals that are not natural chemicals. They contain a lot of man-made chemicals, a lot of changed chemicals, like the processing of food really changes a lot of the foundational material in the food. And there are good studies to link some of those things to certain cancers. They basically are really hard for our cells, our body to handle
And break down.
because they're not natural. They're not really what we were meant to be eating. Grilled meats, you can add that to that list. Soda is just full of who knows what.
Yeah.
Really not a good thing to put in your body. Reducing sodium is really important for so many reasons, you know, for so heart effects as well as potentially other effects. So those are all good recommendations to avoid those things or at least reduce them. You don't have to, you know, go on a strict only, you know, fresh vegetable diet, but not to do anything in excess.
Right. And again, we do want to mention, like you had mentioned, that eating these foods aren't going to cure anything.
No.
They're not going to do anything like that, but they'll just help with a healthier lifestyle and help
absolutely.
with the natural process of your body and the fluids and stuff. So thank you so much, Dr. Sexton, for coming on. What we'll do is we'll post everything on our website at heartlandconnection.com, and we'll be right back.